Everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to prepare bill of quantity for rebars. Now in previous video we talked about material takeoff, which we discussed cost calculation for normal material. Now rebar schedule will be a bit different. We'll have bar length, quantity, total length, images. Now we'll talk about the quantity as well, adding all of this information. In order to add rebar scheduling, you'll go to view. In the schedule, you'll go for quantities, the first one, the general one. Then from the list here, we're going to select structural rebars. Don't go for couplers, I'll go for rebars here. Then press OK. You will have similar dialog that we prepared this material takeoff. Well, the things that we're going to add here, let's say we'll go for, so we can go for family, or we can go for, let's go for family. The family here we only have rebar, so I'll leave this one here. I can go for bar diameter, go for bar length, then we're gonna add, we'll come back to the letters. We already know what this A, B, C, D, those things means. We'll add mass per unit length, or we can use unit weight, that's possible. We'll go for quantity. We can go for total bar length, and then we'll add image field as well, image field at the end. So we have bar diameter, bar length, the quantity of them. I can bring this quantity after the diameter, the length of it, and the total length is basically quantity times bar length. And the image we can add, we'll bring unit weight as well to as a field there, but let's just add this one first. Now you will have a new schedule, so it will be something like this. Now I have 19, then you have 59 of this one, 5 of this one, 5 of this, and then bar length, the total bar length. Then we have some shape image. Now maybe in your case the shape image will not appear, so what will happen, there will be empty here. Let me just delete those. And in your case you might not see those images, so it will be empty like this. We can go do the same thing as grouping. Basically I'll go to format first, the bar length, I'll field format, I'll change it to meter, so I want to see those in meters. And the same thing, total bar length, I want to see it in meters. I want to see their total. For the bar length, it's okay to be like this. For the quantity, I can have their total. In the sorting, I can sort them according to the bar diameter. Bar diameter is possible. At the bottom we can add this one, we can uncheck this one. You will see, for example, I have 10 millimeter and 19 millimeter here. And the bar length is 17 meter, you have 10 of them. This will be basically that much bar length here. Now the decimals here, it's just 2 meter written here, but the decimals we know exactly from the formatting here. We can also go to bar length, format, for example the decimals here, let's say 2 decimals, I want to see them. For the same thing, total bar length as well, similar, if I want to see 2 decimal, which is centimeter here, it can be seen as well there. So you will see them with 2 decimals there. Now for the image here, if you click on this button here, 3 dots, bring you here rebar raster image, you have it here. You will add, now those bar shapes, if you don't have them, you have to find them or download them somewhere in order to provide those images. Now let's say I can add all of them all of them to the list here, have them here. Then according to their shape, I will select the images that I want. Or we can show you something else, that we can add the images here. So if all the images are available there, all the images available according to their shape, they are there. Yes, press OK. Now, which shape you're going to choose here? Now, how do you know which one is what? I can still go to field and add shape code or shape. So here I have shape, and press, bring this one there, bring it before the image. So I can see the name of it. For example, this is 00, this is T1. Or I said that according to the images for your Revit, you have different. For example, this is 00, straight one. Now this MT here, it is according to, it will come as this one here. I know which one is it, shape 51 here. But this shape 51 is for a different version of AutoCAD. So if you have images for the version of your Autodesk Revit, basically, I'm sorry, not AutoCAD, Revit, they will appear the same name. For example, M00, MT1. So it'll appear the same thing here, not shape 51. This is for different version of Revit. That's why their name does not like consist. I mean, they're not same. But if you know which one is it, you can just press OK here, and the images will appear here. Now you don't see the images there. However, we will talk about sheets in the next videos. When we have sheet, then if you provide those rebars here, then the images will appear. The image will appear here. For example, this is A, B, C, D. Now, for example, to see those values A, B, C, D, I have to add them to the bar. So I will talk about this sheet in a different video. But the idea is what? Within here, I have to add more field. The field is what? I need A. For example, let's say before the image, after the shape, I can add A, I can add B. For example, what else do I need? For example, C, D. I'll add them, then those values will appear there. Now, if I go back to the sheet, we'll talk about it. Now, those A, B, C, you can see them here, which will basically represent so we have it here, A, B, C, D. Those are A, B, C, D. We have it here. For example, this is A, this is A here. So we'll talk about this arrangement for the sheet. But when we have reinforcement, we'll provide the image. If you have the image, we'll put the image there. Then according to what you have it here, A, B, C, D, those letters will be added there. So you can see them. Those are in millimeter. If you prefer them to be this millimeter, you will leave it, or you change them to centimeter. Each of those can be changed within the bar schedule. So if I double click on the bar schedule, go to edit field, go to formatting, or you can even click on the formatting directly. For example, for A, I can change the unit, not millimeter. I can show them a centimeter. For example, this is centimeter. Also, the precision, the rounding can be changed for each of them separately. And the rest, you'll do them as well. So in that case, you'll see those will be in centimeter. I'm sure within there, you'll see them as well as centimeter. So those are the images, you add them. This is image and the detailing that you have it here. The shape, the total bar length, the bar length, and the quantity you have it, the bar diameter. But still, you don't have the mass here, which is mass when it in kilogram, or for example, you want to calculate in ton, whatever you want. In order to do that one, you'll go back to bar scheduling. Within here, you go to field. Now you have to add something. Let's see, if you have here, we have mass per unit length. Now, if you have mass per unit length, you can multiply it by the total bar length. You will get the mass of the each bar size. So I can add this one here. I'll bring this one, let's say, before the image. So the image will be at the end. So I have mass per, and I have to add something which is total or just mass. If I don't have it here, say mass, we don't have it there, I can create a new one, which is a calculation type. we can call it mass or total mass. Now total mass, the discipline is structural, and I can select mass here for the unit, just kilogram, whatever appears there. Now mass per unit length, I have it here, so I can select this one, mass per unit length, multiply by total bar length. Now the units here, they're supposed to be similar units. So if, for example, mass per unit length is kilogram per meter, and this is total meter, the meter will go, and the kilogram will remain there. So if the units are the same, you'll not have any problem. You're not going to get any inconsistent unit error. You directly get it here. So I'll bring this one before the image as well. Press OK. You'll have it 2 columns there. Now they're empty. Why? Because mass per unit length, you have to provide it here. Why? Because each bar size, they have different mass per unit volume, per unit length. For example, for 10 millimeter is 0.62. So if you write 0.62, and this will be kilogram per meter, and this will be 89 kilogram there. For example, for 19 millimeter, it is something, for example, 1. I'm not sure, 1.4, 1.5. You have it there. Those are what the table appear. You can get the total mass of this bar size. So the sorting key is according to the bar diameter, because at the end you will provide per bar diameter. But if you have more, for example, you have a load of 19 millimeters and different shapes, you're supposed to not sort them, because sorting them, you don't know the shapes. Let's say within the, let's say I have another 19 millimeter somewhere. It's only one I have it here. Let's say somewhere I have 19 millimeter, but the shape is not straight. Maybe it's bundle bar or like, so in that case, you're not supposed to sort them according to the bar size, because all the 19 millimeter, it will be one place, but each 19 millimeter not straight. Maybe one of them is additional, or maybe one of them is bent up with a hook. So in that case, you have to provide within the bar here, the bar schedule. No need to go for, in that case, I will not go for this one. I'll just keep it none. Why? Maybe the 19 millimeter, we have it here, sorry. I have to itemize this one. So in that case, maybe this 19 millimeter is not the same as this 19 millimeter. Why? The shape are different. If their shape is different, their image also will be different. In that case, you're not supposed to sort them according to the millimeter. But however, I can still do the sum total. Yes, I can still do sorting. We'll leave this item. I can still do this one. Bar diameter. We'll have at the bottom the total, but still itemize them. So that will happen. I still separate them in order to have the total under them. So I can do this one, still go back to them. I can have grand total. I can give a blank cell there. In the formatting for this, for example, I have total mass. I can go for this one. Even this, I can calculate their total. So I'll appear under here as well. In that case, look, the 19s are not together because maybe this is a different shape. So if it's a different shape, in that case, you have to make sure that they will not be together. Let's see if I change the shape of this one to something. I don't know which were the shape that we have. Let's just go for the shapes here. Let me see, I will change this one to something like this. I'm a shape 21. Like you may have different. Now here not all of the shapes are available, but let's say that choose this one to be, for example, shape. Let's change it to this one here, which is a bit different. This one, shape 21. Now became shape 21. Let's see here, I will change the shape as well. I don't have 21 here, so I don't know what exactly we have it there. So if you have this one, look, those two, they are 19 millimeter, but they are different bar length, different for example, you have different things. So in the schedule, when you prepare this, when you come back to Sheets, you see that the image basically, they have different image, and each image basically will have their own letters. For example, here this is different, even this 19, so you cannot put them back together, you cannot just sort them according to 19mm. Why? Because they have different bar shape, so you have to leave them separately. Yeah, they can be under one category. 19mm, yes, it can be under one category, but you're not supposed to, you have to itemize them so each of them can be seen within the rebar schedule. And this is basically, I mean, if you know already the previous one, this is similar. The only thing is what we add mass per unit and total mass, a calculation which is multiplying this one by the total bar length here will give you the total mass. The image, basically, if you have the images you can add them, if you don't have them, I'll leave them for now, later you can download them. We can also add the cost, and let's say kilogram, we can cost, and then the same way that we did, you can calculate the cost of reinforcement, similar manner the way we did it for concrete. I believe that's enough. This is, remember, anything that you want to manage them here, you can make them bigger. In the appearance, I didn't go for appearance, it's basically for graphics. You have lines and like font things, you'll be able to change them if you don't like the fonts here. This is totally up to you. Thanks for watching.